Hi, I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Randolph.
And we're the Rosenbergs, and we're here to discuss autism in front of you, hoping to enlighten you. This is just how we talk in our house anyway.
This is how it's happening in our house anyway.
Can I do the intro?
Yeah.
We're the Rosenbergs, and today we're going to film a discussion that we would normally have behind closed doors, but instead are going to put it out on the internet for the world to see.
For everybody.
For everyone. I
Yes.
just want to point out that this person here has been trying to film us for years talking about this stuff. She's been encouraging us. And this is going to be part 5 in our series about our lived experiences with autism.
Part 4.
Yeah, this is part 5.
So, Randolph, you had a really interesting topic of discussion. Please share it with the people.
Okay, so my topic of discussion was how autistic people interpret the world. Specifically, how someone would interpret a situation depending on if you're neurotypical or autistic. Now, the reason I find this discussion very, very lighthearted and somewhat humorous is because the way we interpret things can be really, really funny. And it's so obvious to us that when the entire world interprets something different, we look at them like, I'm sorry, are you okay? Who taught you?
Listen, if you tell us to throw groceries in the car and you don't tell us not to take things literally, expect to have your milk spilled all over your car because we're going to literally throw the bag in there.
Can you give me an example?
I have one more thing to say, and then you can cut it out. I just want to say it.
Okay.
This is actually a very important feature of autism, as it's one of the main things used to diagnose someone with the difference. A few years ago, a video was created called the triangle test, I believe, where it portrayed 2 triangles playing a game of knock and run. Most people who are neurotypical were able to interpret it as what it was. A little triangle knocking on the door, then big triangle opening it, but the little triangle running away. However, the autistic individuals who observed this test interpreted it as something completely different. Some thought it was a dungeon master. Some thought it was someone being scared. And some just flat out didn't understand what was going on. Someone thought the triangle was too scared to go inside.
So, Michael, do you remember the triangle test?
I do very well. In hindsight, it's obvious. Now, the triangle test has its flaws. Not every child knows Ding Dong Ditch, which is the game where you knock on the person's door and they run away. I didn't even get that. He was knocking on a door. I think that people were able to interpret that correctly most of the time because they were looking at it from the perspective of a social thing. They saw the triangles were alive, and their immediate reaction was, how do these triangles interact with each other? My response to seeing the triangles being alive is, what are they doing? Not, what are they doing in the context of themselves, just what is happening at all.
How does it feel knowing that you interpret the world differently than other people?
The psychologist in me finds it fascinating that there's this objective test to determine, to see how our brains differ, and I'm fascinated by it. On the other hand, it's like, am I an idiot for not understanding it?
No, you are not. I can just answer that question straight.
Oh, I know. But it's like, if it's so obvious to everyone to like it, I get it. I mean, it's like, because I work differently. And it's like, but how do? Part of the fun of being autistic is that you can look at these things and be fascinated by them because it's fun. It's fun.
Yes. Sir.
Not everyone's going to feel the same way, but I find it amazing because you are seeing the world in the way no one else is going to see it. But it can also be really funny. There have been multiple instances where my friends have had to show me something, or my classmates have tried to show me something, but I interpret it completely differently to how they would. And then they find it really weird in how I interpreted it, but after I explain it, then they get confused. I remember this one time, I think it was Jurassic Park, but I missed the first part of it. So there was this chase scene, and while everyone understood what was happening, I was looking at it, I'm wondering why this lizard was trying to hug this man. Like, why? Are they trying to make friends? Is this guy a furry? What is happening?
Oh my gosh, I hope that has provided you with some kind of insight. These lads see the world differently than everybody else. But I would also argue that we neurotypical people, as neurotypical as I may happen to be,
I have heard you say.
No,
I would argue that neurotypical people all see from their individual perspectives, but there's a cohesion there that is not there with autistic people. Fair?
Fair.
Fair.
There's this.
Fair.
Y'all see the world differently as individuals, just as the autistic people do. But even so, your interpretations of the world.
I just said this.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways.
You're like your auntie.
You just want to be the one to say it.
No, he likes to summarize.
No, we're not smart. I have to say things.
Okay.
But I find that it's amazing that I see the world differently. It's like having access to this hidden world that only you know because you see it. It's what makes me so good at math, and it's what makes me so good at the things that I do. It's because the way that I see this information, it's just a hidden world of my own that I can tap into. But on the other hand, it can be very isolating because when I try to relate to other people, I have to live with the knowledge that no matter how hard I try, there will always be this gap between what I'm experiencing and what you're experiencing.
That sounds hard.
It's fun and it's also not fun because people always praise me for how smart I am, but I don't see myself as being particularly smart as everyone else. I just think that my intelligence and the way that I interpret the world, which is where I believe my intelligence comes from, is different. What I'm good at is different than what you're good at, and vice versa.
That's so straight away from the original question.
Yes.
No, I disagree. I believe that that the way that I interpret the world, which is what you were asking, Randolph, is connected to what I'm able to do.
Fair. That is fair. Well, thank you, gentlemen, very much for providing your manly insights because you are men now.
Okay.
I can't ever finish.
No.
These boys have jokes.
You see, we are just autistic. We also have ADHD.
Yay! Better.
Thanks again for watching. We'll chat to you soon. Bye.
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 This is just how we talk in our house anyway, and I thought maybe it would be better. This is just how we. We're not covering it again because I'm trying to keep these videos bite-sized.
Bite size?
Yes.
Like
Small.
like cookie size or apple size?
Like mini cookies.
Okay.
What about female insights?
I don't have any female insights.
Like how we
to
just
Oh,
have
no.
more insights.
We have to get more insights, Randolph.
Yeah. Where are they? Hold on. I have a bag of them right here.
Okay. You guys want to do one more?
No.
Are you finished?
I'm gonna do one more because